Air feels good.
Oh, hell yeah. Welcome to the Grandmasta Gains podcast, episode 34. Yeah, we rebranded according to my marketing guy.
I saw.
Who's helping us get subscribers. But the theme is still You Are Beautiful. And we have Jordan.
Hello.
And Mireya is back.
Hey, hey.
So, again, the theme is that we want to motivate people to be healthy and work out and have healthier habits, but to focus on health, number one. And yes, looking sexy and feeling good and looking good is all awesome, but the number one thing that we want to focus on is health, being healthy mentally, physically, and looking good is just a byproduct of it. You guys might not be prepared for this, but do you guys want to start with a message to our viewers?
A message.
All right, that's our message.
Along the lines of our topic?
Oh no, just generally speaking.
I just want to say thank you for tuning in. And if you can like, rate, review, and subscribe, that would be amazing.
See, that was a good one.
That
I
was
didn't think
a
about
good
that.
one.
Hell yeah. Tell them what to do.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, no, that was good.
What about you?
No, I
Same thing, like, comment, and
comment, and subscribe.
Okay, hell
Let's
yeah.
get more information.
Yeah, or if you have questions, like you can DM each and every one of us. We're happy to answer all the questions or respond to your questions in the comments.
Yeah. So today's topic, I want to talk about what your personal views are on what's the general, I don't want to say minimum, but let's start by saying minimum level of health and fitness the general population should strive for. Or because like everybody has different goals. People want to get absolutely shredded. Some people just want to be healthy. But when it comes to physical fitness and health goals, what should be the common goal as a population as a whole, when not taking into consideration the small minority of people who just want to reach excellent levels of fitness when it comes to sports or just achieving something crazy like climbing Mount Everest. So let's start with you, Jordan.
I think it is most important for people to find a reasonable workout program and to be able to break all of their bad eating habits, and just have discipline and get on a healthy eating regimen. Because like you said, everyone has different goals. So some people are wanting to work out 7 days a week. Some people don't want to. But I think if you have a sustainable diet and exercise routine, whatever that may be for you, then you're in a good place. At least you're doing something.
Okay. So how would you quantify that though? Like how much is enough or how much is not enough? Like let's say somebody I know people, I was one of them. So I was working out. I was fit-ish. I was in pretty good shape, and I'm just talking like 2 or 3 years ago. I was squatting close to 400 pounds. I could run, sprint, do a 5K super Spartan race. But I still had a little bit of junk on me. I still was drinking heavily. Now, even if I cut it down a little bit, I'm like in completely different shape than I was health-wise and fitness-wise 2 years ago. Now, that by no means I was out of shape. I was smoking people, but I'm way healthier. So, like, yeah, should it be somewhere in between? Or is that what I had was too much? Like, if you're looking at like an average person walking down the street,
I mean, I think you just answered your own question because you said you were still drinking, you weren't eating right, you were not sleeping right, you weren't being consistent in your regimen. And I think as long as you build consistency like that, good things are going to happen for you. But that doesn't mean you have to be absolutely shredded. Like, you were still healthy, but just cutting those things out, you got healthier.
Okay. So just have something that's you can be consistent in, that's you can perform long term.
Yes.
Doesn't blast your joints.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's reasonable. And if you're somebody that wants to take it further and become, even more even more shredded, then yeah, you can do that. But as long as you have a baseline, you're starting something, you're staying consistent with something and not falling off of it, and it's something healthy, like you're not doing some like wackadoodle like crash diet. Like, it's something long-term sustainable.
Okay. Good. Great answer. Mireya, you just started your own fitness journey just a few months ago. Well, again, we discussed in the 2 episodes ago, because you never really had any health issues, but just before things got too much out of hand, you're like, hey, I'm adding a little bit more extra pounds and they're going in the wrong place. Let's do something about it. And you change it, right? And so far things have been good.
Yeah.
But based on your life experience, I mean, first you didn't really have to worry about it too much, and now you're carrying, and not only you're carrying, you're dialed in. Things are going well. So where do you think a happy medium would be? What would you define as somebody who's like doing good enough?
Yeah. So, I mean, for me, I think that, someone like Jordan said, you have to have some of that exercise activity, whether it is something small to, I mean, I don't know, going for a walk, just kind of, especially if you're in that role of sitting down a lot, with your job, going out for a walk, it's going to just even help get some activity, get your blood pumping a little bit. Definitely, I would recommend the strength training, because that, I feel, overall just opens up your mind as well, and it kind of puts you in a better headspace. You're focused on yourself, your endurance, your positions, your strength, and it just kind of helps you feel better overall as well. I think another one is gonna stay hydrated. A lot of us, drinking water can be so difficult for many of us, and especially myself.
Well, I can attest to that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not easy, right? A lot of people can pound 6-7 pints of glasses of beer in like 30-minute sitting. And but drinking the water is just so much more difficult. So, but staying hydrated is going to be a key also. And then just so having some type of exercise, doing staying hydrated, doing some type of I don't know, like I would say like meditation, some type of like mental work on yourself, can also help with that.
So, I mean, that's all great advice, and I agree with you. Something sustainable. I mean, I don't think everybody needs to go into the gym to stay healthy. Just going on a walk, staying hydrated, just following the basics and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I think you guys both agree that as long as somebody actually cares about what's going in their body, and as long as they're doing something to stay in shape, and finding a program that assimilates in their life, then that's good enough, and that's a good, decent approach, right?
Absolutely.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be extreme. You don't have to be uber shredded. If you're doing something, then that's good. All right. So, okay. So, I'm going to go in a different direction, right? Let's look at Jordan. You want to have kids?
Yes.
Okay, you want to have kids. How happy would you want them to be? Now, like when you
The happiest.
the general state of happiness, right? Like, but because like you think like too happy is too much, or you want like more borderline kind of sustainable happiness, or you do just want them to be the happiest they've ever been in all areas all the time.
Yes, of course you want that for your
I mean,
children.
it's not possible, but you're gonna want that. For
I'm gonna
them, right?
strive for that.
Yeah,
Yes.
the best.
Yes.
Right? What about you, Maria? You have a daughter.
daughter. Yeah.
All right. So how happy is she? You want her to like kind of cruise control, or you want
No.
like the best for her? Why not?
No, definitely the best. I want her to feel good about herself, her choices that she's making as well as she's getting older. Definitely striving for the all-time happiness, but she needs to create that happiness
Okay.
for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. But you don't want it the same as like the fitness you were talking about. You want like fucking top level shit, right?
Why
You
not?
don't want something. Oh, she's just happy. Like like I'm doing a little bit of cardio. I'm eating good food and all that. It's good enough and all that. You don't want good enough happiness for her. You want fucking.
Might as well go for it.
Yeah. Right.
Go for
Yeah. I'm with it. So let's say, Jordan, in this hypothetical situation, you have a daughter as well, right? So, what kind of a relationship do you want her to have with her husband? Like just kind of
A good one.
la di da, or you talking same level as you were talking about the happiness, like
Yes.
same level, as high
I
of
mean,
a happiness,
I don't know
as
how
good of an.
realistic that is.
Oh, I mean,
but
nothing's
You
realistic.
get as
like,
close as you can.
we're talking hypothetical. I mean, you don't even have a daughter that yet, so that's not. But what about you? When it comes to like relationship wise,
I think that they both have to be at some type of level of happiness equally. Because it can get difficult if your partner is not striving for a better version of them or their better version of happiness. If you're, both of you not, after that same level of happiness and goal, like it can be challenging sometimes.
okay. So you're answering like the second part, like that what I was gonna ask, which is awesome. So, but you both mutually agree that if you have a daughter, you want like the most happiness that she could have. You want the healthiest relationship that she could possibly have, even though it's going to require a lot of work, right?
Absolutely.
So, and I can give examples after example where you were like, oh, in this area, I want the top notch best. Now you're talking about you want the most amount of happiness for your daughters, right? Is that going to be easy?
No, of course
That's going to be a lot of work.
Yeah,
A
absolutely.
lot of work, dude. It's gonna take. You're gonna have to read books.
Yep.
Gonna have to work out.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people work out.
Yeah.
They read books.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They have a good job. And they're still not happy.
Absolutely.
There's still something missing. So that's gonna be a lot of work.
Yeah.
And then you want them to have the best relationship possible, right? Yeah. So it's gonna be a lot of work, right? And what if one day your daughters come back and like, man, I don't want to be really happy. I just want to be moderately happy. Like, because like I know I'm feeling bummed here and there once in a while, and that's fine. I'm okay being bummed. Like, so what would you tell them? Like, would you tell them, oh, all right, as long as it's sustainable, a little bit of happy, a little bit of sad, roll with it, or I don't have a son yet. You can ask me that hypothetical question, or a daughter, or you're going to be like, that's all well and good, but I think if you push a little bit harder, try a little bit more, I think you can be more happy and you can be happy all the time.
That's a tough one because, I mean, you want to push your kids, to that level of them striving to become a better version of themselves, their skill sets that they're learning or want to achieve. But at the same time, they too probably know how much effort they can put into creating happiness from themselves. So if they have tried and like you said, they're working out, eating healthy, and just doing all this stuff, that's all positive. But yet they're still
wait.
not feeling it.
No. That's what wasn't what I was saying. That because I know where you're going with that.
Yeah.
That all you can do is try as much as you
Right.
can. No, what I was saying was they're like, no, I'm not gonna try. I'm cool with this level. I don't want to get better.
No,
because it's too much work.
I would still push.
You'll still push, right?
Yeah, I would
because
still
strive
push.
to be better.
For sure.
Because all that's getting in the way
Yeah.
is a little bit of work.
Yep. Yeah.
What's your take
I
on-
would still push. Yeah.
What's your take on it?
I can see exactly where you're going to tie this back around to.
Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah, just getting
oh,
hot.
it's really hard to kind of compare those two examples.
I've cornered you though. I will just wait where I go with this.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you go back to the working out thing, it is not good to work out every single day. It is not good
You
to be in a
Don't-
calorie deficit.
don't go around that turn. We ain't even going there. Let me
Okay.
take you there. Let me take you there.
All right, what was the original question?
So if your daughter comes up to you and say, "Hey man, I'm just kind of mellow, kind of sad. Life is okay. I'm good enough. I'm happy. She's not gonna go to jail. She's not gonna get out a stripper pole or none of that stuff. She's just mellow." But the thing is, you can see that for a little bit more effort, she can get a little happier. It's just gonna be a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah. Of course, I would encourage her to do so.
So what I'm saying is, I'm not talking about messing up your joints. I'm not talking about working out 7 days a week. How many days a week do you guys train? 4 days a week, right?
Yeah.
And what's really getting in the way of that absolutely dialed in physique? Like, what is?
Time.
One little cheeseburger here and there. Yeah, like what? Like a little bit of cheeseburger. Like what? Like look, what did you really like, Mireya? Like about a month ago, we were like, let's just get dialed in.
Yeah.
Let's get dialed in. Let's let's tolerate some pain.
Right.
Let's go through some misery, and let's see how fast we can shed body fat. You might have not taken out more than 5 of those cheats from a week. Like if you really count.
Yeah.
Were you eating like a big old cheeseburger and pounding a beer every single night?
No.
No. You had maybe 2 or 3 cheat meals, a cookie here and there. And like, what was getting in the way?
Yeah.
Like, if you count on your hands, how many things were there? Like, under 10.
I mean, definitely the cookie.
Like, one cookie here and there. 1 or 2 shots here and there.
Yeah.
One little party. Like, what's really actually getting in the way?
Yeah.
Now again, if you're telling me, if you're talking about cardio every single day, in the morning, fasted, and then at night, and then 7 workouts a week, and then massage therapy, and then your joints are messed up, and then $200 on supplement, dude, no, that's absurd. I'm not talking about, but what I'm saying is, if you have something sustainable that's not taking too much out of your life, why would you not? If you said, I want be the most happiest, I want to have the best relationship, right? The 3 things that you really have in your life is your mind, your body, your health, your partner, and your kid. Those, in my opinion, those are the 3 meaningful full things. Then the money, the tats on my face, this little thing I'm wearing, I think it's just blah de da and useless. I mean, I saw some character in the movie who was buff and had some tattoos on his face, so now I'm doing this. This is a really nice watch because you got it for me. I'm not going to talk about this, but all the other shit, you know. But that, now think about that. Now think about, like, what we have this one life to live right here. Everybody says, oh, fucking, you gotta try everything. That's how everybody does the cocaine. That's why everybody does the drugs and the sex and then the concert and the this and that. Dude, millions and billions of people all around the world, they all go to concerts.
Yeah.
They all go party. Everybody enjoys that. And everybody does all of that stuff thinking we can't die. Nobody really dies without doing any of that stuff. Everybody has the drugs. Everybody has the sex. Everybody does. Even dishwashers and garbage guys. Okay, that's a hard job. No disrespect. I did both of those jobs. All right, I have done both of those jobs. They can put some money together and go do all that stuff. I'm saying if you're thinking about talking about living life to the fullest, I'm talking about getting all the experiences that I could possibly. And I think experiencing a physique that's absolutely amazing, dialed in, it's your body. Nobody has to see it. You see it, right? How strong are you? It's an experience. How fast you gonna and not only that, if you're not putting poison in your body, if you have higher energy levels, if everything, all your hormones are optimized correctly to where you're standing in this structure, this physique, imagine how well your brain is functioning.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So why won't you not, before you die, experience what it would feel like for you to be that shredded person instead of that asshole in the Hollywood movie. For you to be sprinting, lifting all that weight instead of just admiring a sports athlete on television. Mm-hmm. So now you guys get back at me on that. Because like, I honestly think that's still sustainable. I mean, I'm doing it. You're on the way to. You guys are on the way to doing it. You see people like Rob. Mm-hmm. The older Rob just comes in. The other Rob, he's shredded. He has a business. He hangs out with chicas. I don't know if he has a girlfriend, but let's start with you, Jordan. What's your play? So here's my take on it. So just get done. I think it's absurd to say you should find a happy medium. Like, bro, everything's sustainable if you put your mind to it. If you have a play, everything can be sustainable. I think if you are not doing your absolute best to look your absolute best and feel your absolute best, because not in that harsh of a way, but I'm like, come on, dog. Why the fuck not?
You had asked what's getting in the way, and for me it's time. Not like I don't have enough time in the day to like follow these rules or this regimen, but like it takes time. It is not going to happen overnight. You have to start somewhere and you build upon that, and you get better and better and better. But you're not going to go from fat to mo overnight. Like, it's not going to happen. And like, I just don't think you should burn yourself out trying to do that from the get-go.
No, what I'm saying is, like, I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. I'm just saying that's your intention. Mm-hmm. That's what you're striving for. So let's say you're like obese and it's 50. Chances of you going from there to like cut up before you die are low. It's possible, but they're low. But at least you can see how far you can get, though.
Well, yeah. Absolutely, yes.
Yes. All I'm saying is as far as you can possibly get that far.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
But that starts with starting to be consistent with something and building upon it. Like, first you're going to cut out sugar. Okay, that's working good. I lost some weight. Okay, that's motivation. Now, you know what? I'm going to cut out the booze. Mm-hmm. Okay, more weight. I feel better. I'm stronger. I'm faster. You know, okay, now I'm going to cut down on my carbs. You know, now I'm going to, try and hit a goal set at the gym this month or something, but it's got to start like that. For me, I don't know. I think that's the healthiest way to do it. Mm-hmm. And I've seen you like talk to people who are like, oh, I just can't like stop eating sweet things. What's your advice to them when they're like, I can't stop eating sugar?
I'm going to punch you in the face.
No, that is not what he said.
No, but you're making a really solid point. But look at what you're saying. Start here and then do a little bit of this, then do a little bit of this. Yeah. And all I'm saying is just don't stop doing a little bit more and a little bit more. Like okay, what you
so
saying.
We have the same opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. Like that, what you said was perfect, and it actually makes what I'm saying sound less obnoxious. Like that's all it is. That's all I did. I just started 20 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
And I kept trying it out, and I found the best route. And then you guys paid me a little bit of money, and you just didn't make those 20 years worth of fucking mistakes.
Right. You have the best formula.
Yeah. Like, I mean, and it's still getting better. I'm still making changes because I want to go even further.
And you're getting better.
Yeah.
Every day.
So.
Yeah, no, I think just building that habit of staying consistent and keep moving forward. You just got to keep moving forward. And again, trust the process, right? Because again, it's not going to happen overnight. Try to stay positive as much as you can about this journey that you're on, because the moment, those thoughts start getting into your head of like, oh, maybe not, or I'm not going to wake up early today, or, tomorrow, or start, that's what's stopping you to become that better version.
Yeah. I think that's a good thing to talk about too, is like what can stop people. I think another big one is like comparing your progress to somebody else's. Mm-hmm. Like you just cannot do that. Yeah. You have to just compare to yourself every single day. Yeah. Be better than the person you were yesterday. And if you're not for some reason, or you fall off track, like you cannot give up. Mm-hmm. You cannot just be like, all right, well, that's it. I guess it's over. You got to push through. That's an uncomfortable place to be. That's a dark place to be. Sometimes you have to push through that. Like that's just going to add to your strength and your discipline, knowing you can pull yourself out of the hole.
Yeah. Because if you really think about it, you're not giving up. I'm not giving up on Mo. Mo's going to continue training people, and continue his journey fitness, or his fitness journey. I'm giving up on me then at that point, Why would I want to do that?
And would you give up on your daughter?
I know.
I think you guys like made a very, very like good, how should I say it, culmination of this topic. Is that good way? Is that proper English? Yeah. All right. And like bringing it all together, because like if you really think about it, you guys were talking about initially how you should be taking a sustainable approach, and that's exactly what you guys did. Mm-hmm. But now, not only did you do that, you told them how to start, what to push through, and you basically, both of you, paved a path to getting to where I think people should get, which is the absolute best physical condition. But the way I said it sounds really, really, really obnoxious, right? But what you guys did, you literally paved the path, and please correct me, and feel free to interrupt me if I'm wrong. First, you started off, both of you said, hey, you want a sustainable approach, something that's going to be a net positive in your life. Like if you start working out 7 days a week and want such fast results, and you sacrifice everything in your life, you're not going to be happy. You're going to hit a wall. So start focusing on your health first. Start finding a regimen that actually works, that you can assimilate in your lifestyle, and then start slowly making more and more changes. You can't just start gung-ho. Some people can, like completely dialing in your diet, working out 3-4 days a week, and then changing up your habits, and then cutting out alcohol. That's what you guys said. Slowly start going to the gym, sleeping a little bit better, eating a little bit healthier. But you guys also said that over time, you are still trying out more things. And before you know it, if you just look at from A to Z, Z looks really, really, really far away. But you just focus on the A, and then the B, and the C. But before you know it, you're just having fun. You're at Z. Yeah. You're pushing past Z, making up adding new things to the alphabet.
Yeah.
I
mean, you can go on the Spanish alphabet. They have more letters.
Oh, nice, good.
Wait, I have a question for you, Mo. Since you've been a trainer or strength and conditioning coach, for so long, do you see like people that start off like so crazy gung-ho, like what are the statistics of them sticking? And I know your program might be different because they're going to see results right away and they might really stick with it. But have you experienced in your career like people who just take it too far too quick and they just like kaput, like fail and dip out? Or like how often does that happen?
Generally speaking, people who are the least excited to start go the furthest.
Wow, that's interesting. They're the least excited to start, but they go the furthest. So maybe they're the ones that are going to make the little bit of change first, and then the next bit of change, and then the next bit of change, because someone who's so super duper excited is going to change it all, and it's going to feel very overwhelming for them right away.
Or I never really thought about that too much. That's a really good question. It could be maybe their personality. They're just going for that next fix. It's just an instant fix for them. And this is the one thing that you don't get your fix right away.
Yeah.
You know, you buy that purse, boom, I'm happy. You take that drink, boom, I'm happy. I take that vacation, boom, I'm happy. Those are those people who don't understand delayed gratification.
Right.
And the people who aren't really excited about being over there, they're there for a bigger why. Because they don't want to be over there, but they're there because they know they have to be, that they don't have any other joy. Enough is enough. These guys like, oh, everything's going well. Oh man, I'm gonna give this a shot.
Yeah.
The people who are not too enthusiastic about being there, those are the people who are like, oh shit, you know,
Yeah.
I'm in this dump. I
wake
really wake up and I gotta do this shit, and I'm not gonna go into becoming, because they're starting from scratch. Most of the people are super stoked. They're kind of sort of still in shape, and way better shape than somebody who's not too enthusiastic. Because if you're coming in better shape, already in decent shape, and you get a lot of attention from the opposite sex or the same sex, whatever the fuck you're into, you're already are already used to that attention, and you just want to do things for a little bit more. So that's not a big enough why. You're not like, you're used to attention, right? Because of the way you look. So what draws you? A watch gets you an attention right away. You wear a low-cut dress, you get attention right away. Some douchebag like me, I can wear a cutoff, you get attention right away. You know? But now you're like, oh, I want more attention for this abs and this fucking muscles and all that stuff. Oh, fuck. But I gotta wait 6 fucking months for this shit. And then go through some pain, and then sacrifice, and say no to certain things, and develop better habits. No, usually I just have to unbutton my shirt over here, throw a little butt cheek out, wear a little fancy watch, and I get that shit right away.
Yeah.
But these guys who are not that enthusiastic, they're not used to that. They have their guts sticking out. They're like, hey, I just want to come in there to do something better for myself, to feel a little bit better, to be a little bit more comfortable in my own skin, right? So for them, the fight is really big, because they have to come in every single day at the gym and look at people better than them. Except as compared to the other person who's super excited, they come into the gym and keep feeling better than everybody around them. So this person, the chunky butt, who's coming in there insecure, starting to develop better habits, he has to fight to wake up in the morning. He has to scrounge around the money to pay me. He has to, like, you know, have a bunch of like nights where you have like FOMO, fear of missing out, because all your friends are out there eating fucking garbage and drinking alcohol, because that's what you used to do. That's where you're fat. So the people like those type of people who made it past that hump, they've developed such good habits, so much pain tolerance. They're so mentally and physically tough that they fucking never stop. Yeah. They bust past that person who came in shredded. Oh, yeah. The chunkiest people have all in my program, the people who started the furthest behind everybody have shown the most amount of results.
Aw, that's really cool.
We've seen them.
Yeah,
definitely seen them.
So that's my answer to that question.
I like it.
Yeah. Ladies, I think this was a really good one.
Yeah.
So I would, while I'm saying this, you can not pay attention if you want and think about your closing thoughts. But what I want to close out with is that you have one life, right? The only thing you actually own is this body, this mind. You have 100% control of your thoughts. That's it. Everything can disappear, right? I can lose this citizenship, this house. We could break up. We're never going to break up. All of that, this stuff could fucking go away. My business can go away. The only thing I'm left with is my mind, my body, my spirit. And if they are the strongest, healthiest, happiest they could ever be, none of the outside actually matters. And the only thing getting in the way in this one opportunity of you seeing how powerful and how amazing you could be is just 1 or 2 drinks here and there, a little bit of garbage here and there. That's not even that good. Nothing is going to taste as amazing and feel as amazing as you becoming your highest, truest, most powerful self.
Nice.
Yeah.
I guess my closing argument, or not argument.
Comment.
I'm not gonna argue.
What do you want to argue with that, bro?
Sorry.
Such a nice little statement.
My closing statement. Like a lot of times people will make comments to me about, wow, like I'm so impressed you've been able to keep your weight off all this time. And I always I kind of make a joke about it. I say, yeah, it's kind of like a 12-step program. Like it's just one day at a time. But it really truly is. It's one day at a time. And there's an addiction you might have, to sugar, to alcohol, to just being lazy and not wanting to get out of your bed. It's just one day at a time. You have to just overcome those things. Don't think of things as this big, overwhelming task. Just one day at a time and just keep it going. And that's my closing argument.
My closing comment. Start today. Don't wait till tomorrow, because you just don't know. Tomorrow's not promised, right? So start today. Even if you're listening to us after this podcast, go outside for a walk, do some jumping jacks after this, sign up for a sustainable program like what we have going on, honestly, and just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward, stay positive, and you are going to be that better version of yourself.
Yep.
Well said. We'll close on that. Hell yeah. Good job,
All right.
guys.
Thanks for tuning in. Rate, review, subscribe, comment.
Yeah.
That's right.
And DM me if you're in San Diego for online training. For in-person training. Oh. In-person training. For online training.
DM from anywhere.
Yeah. You guys ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
Food?
I turned off the timer. It was going off. I could turn it off on my phone.
That was good.
Jordan, now you have to